Opening in theaters this week is the science fiction movie I.S.S, and here's my review. The International Space Station is a great example of collaboration between nations and how those efforts can help those on Earth with their scientific knowledge. But what would happen if that collaboration were to break down? That's what I.S.S tries to explore with this concept, and while the idea has potential and there's some solid visuals here, the execution ends up feeling a little silly. The characters feel underdeveloped and just don't come across as believable, which affects the way things escalate. The film wastes no time in introducing us to the characters before the plot gets into high gear. We get a few scenes of the crew working together and bonding and the similarities and differences between the American and Russian astronauts. They're all basic archetypes with not much personality, which does get in the way of connecting with them. The actors at least give solid performances, with Ariana DeBose doing the best in the lead role. Even though there's not much to Kira, she tries her best to give a naturalistic performance. Maria Mashkova also does well as a Russian astronaut trying to make sense of the situation that erupts. When it's revealed that the United States and Russia are in a nuclear war, we're not given much information about the conflict. Those looking for a lot of political commentary and exploration about how two countries can suddenly wage war on each other will not find much of that here. That might be intentional, so we feel the same confusion and uncertainty as the astronauts, but it's nonetheless a little frustrating. When the astronauts are told to take control of the space station, their sudden turn on a dime does not come across as believable, and runs in contrast to how the characters were behaving earlier. This lack of character development thus affects the political themes on nationalism the film appears to be trying to explore. As the plot slowly progresses, the decisions these astronauts make just get sillier, and I.S.S eventually turns into a routine thriller. The script tries to throw in some twists and turns, but they're not particularly effective. It's a credit to DeBose and her screen presence that there's still intrigue in seeing what Kira does next. The visual effects are well done at least, particularly the anti-gravity as the astronauts float through the space station. Even though I.S.S runs only 95 minutes, it feels longer than that, and it does not do a lot with its simple premise. There should be more excitement and tension as the astronauts become further distrustful and violent towards each other, but it barely materializes during the movie. The film is not without its occasional moments of intrigue, and director Gabriela Capelwaith makes good use of the small size of the space station interiors and the astronauts trying to tussle in there. The plot and the characters' actions has never become believable, and the political commentary the film is trying to get into does not fully register as a result.